Okay, so now we're ready to actually create our MongoDB Atlas cluster. We can go to either of these two links. It will actually redirect us to a nice website. If we can just do an open link in new tab, we'll click the try free button. We'll actually create a free cluster where we're actually able to go in and do this. When we do the try free, it'll ask us to sign up. And you can either use your username and email, your personal email or work email. It doesn't matter either way. If you have a Google Chrome account, it's just a lot easier just to go ahead and sign up with Google. Basically populates this information for you. And then when you authenticate into Google, you're able to authenticate into MongoDB as well. So as I click here, it's going to ask me to accept the privacy policy. I go ahead and click submit. Off to the races. It's basically setting up my MongoDB Atlas account information. What are my goals? I'm here to build an application. I am going to, oh, I see. They're asking what, this is actually sales order data. I prefer JavaScript. Finish. Thank you. And we're off to the races. I want an M0. This is where we actually build our cluster. I want the free tier. And I want to put it in Oregon so that I can actually communicate with my Confluent Cloud cluster, my Oracle database. Everything's going to be set up and running just fine. Cluster 0 sounds great, but I think I'm going to call it Atlas Demo. And I'm going to create that cluster now. And as I do so, it's going to ask me to click all the bicycles. This is a bicycle, that's a bicycle, that looks like a bicycle, this is a bicycle. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, alright, verify. Yep, and so my username, I'm going to be admin. This is going to be my admin account. And then I have a password. I can auto-generate a secure one. I'm going to turn this off so it'll be secret. And then I can type in my own password. And then I can create the user. And basically, there's all sorts of different ways where I can connect from and things like that. We're not going to worry about this just yet. We're actually going to do this. We don't need to set up IPLS network peering and things of that nature. We're just going to kind of open all this up, which is really a horrible thing to do. But we'll actually go ahead and change this in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and create my user. And I'm going to create my local environment. And actually we can add IP addresses, and this is my current IP address. I'm going to do the horrible thing that you're not supposed to do, but right now we can manage this later. We can come back in, but just to get everything working, I'm going to go ahead and set up 0.0.0/0, and what this is going to do is allow all access, and I can get the IP address information later from my Oracle database and from actually, I'll just need it to the Confluent Cloud cluster. So I go ahead and click Add Entry. So I have all access. Everything's good. I do not want to save the password. So we're all good. I think everything is set up. Go Finish and Close. We now go to your database deployments. Click to Add. So I go to my database, and it's actually going through and deploying this information. If I go over here, there's a couple of things that we can do. We can do database access. I have my admin as user that I created. I'm going to add a new database user. I'm going to call this one Demo. And I'm going to give it a password. And I am going to go ahead and add that user. And again, everything that's here, we don't really have to worry about too much because this is just sample. I'm going to throw it away. So yeah, it's warning me about my password. I do not want to say that. So I'm going to go in here and take a look at this admin demo user that I created, and I'm going to add some resources. So we can look at a built-in role. I'm going to go ahead and select that role. It's going to be Atlas Admin. And I'm going to add another one to user. I'm going to edit it again, and I'm going to select read and write to any database. user. Oh, that's interesting. It's just giving me the read and write. This is really all we need. I thought we were able to add more than one. Huh. Okay. No worries. That works. That's all we need to do. The other thing is we look at the network access. This shows that I've opened it wide and that it's active, and then I'll be able to connect to this cluster. And then we go back and take a look at the database, and the database is still loading. It's going to be created fairly soon, but that's all we have to do. It's really going to be here in just a few moments. The only other thing that we needed to take a look at would be the connectivity information, how we connect to this database through an application or whatever. And this is the actual information that we need to use, atlasdemo.mongodb.net, with our username and password, which will be here shortly. So let's go here. This is specifically for my cluster, and I think we're good. It's doing the thing. I'm still going to go back and check the connection. Yep. Okay, everything's good. That's all I needed. I have that URL, and we're off to the races to go in and create our Confluent Cloud cluster. Then we'll link everything together. What I would do is put this into a notepad or something of that nature, or have this information handy so that I can use it when I connect the connectors. Thank you so much, and we'll move on to the next session.